always a good thing when a MuscleFood delivery arrives. I think the meat's a bit raw though, isn't it? Hey, it. Nice base. In all seriousness though, we have a load of these, which are whole wheat tortillas. They are literally 80 calories each. They are nothing compared to normal tortillas. And pita breads, which are only 60 calories each. Combine that with a lovely addition of 20 Italian beef meatballs. These are epic. They're like little balls of bolognese, but in a crunchy meatball style. Pop that in the pittas and oh my God, you have a good lunch. And this is where planning ahead comes in, guys, because if you shop and you buy from places like MuscleFood, you can get ridiculously low calorie stuff and cheaply. Whereas if you buy on the go, you're never ever going to maximise your calorie usage because you're going to have to choose stuff which is either fresh or is high calorie. For example, a normal tortilla wrap is 180 calories. Even a Weight Watchers one is 124 calories. MuscleFood one, 80. A normal pita is 160 calories. MuscleFood one, 60 calories, saving 100 calories. That makes a big difference, my friends. That's a Kit Kat. What I'm essentially saying is the more planning you do, the better. Not just from a financial standpoint, but also from a caloric standpoint. The more you can plan ahead, the more prepared you are, the easier your diet is going to be. Oh, it's that time again! First one to the mat, go! Come in! So folks, today I'm going to talk to you about emotional thinking, which is also linked to, obviously, emotional eating. Now on my walks I've been listening to a book. It's called The Chimp Paradox. And essentially the concept is this, that you have two brains. You have the chimp and you have the human. And there is a third party basically called the computer. You can think of this as like a memory storage bank, if you will. And whenever your brain receives information, it always goes to the chimp first. Now the way that you can discern the difference between the chimp and the human is the chimp thinks emotionally, has emotional reactions to things. The human is the rational, logical thinker. But as mentioned, unfortunately the information always goes to the chimp first. So for example, let's say you are driving to work and someone cuts in front of you. Immediately your first reaction is to beep your horn and throw your arms up in the air and go, what the fuck? That's because the chimp has received the information first. Usually, we discern something called hindsight, which then afterwards you go, well, maybe they're late for a meeting, or maybe there's an emergency they need to get to, and you begin to rationalise it. And this is the human receiving the information second. This is the human looking to rationalise and make logic of why the person cut in on you. But as mentioned, the chimp jumped in first. So what the book is all about is about not learning to or trying to get rid of your chimp. You know, the mechanism that tells you to binge on food when you're stressed. The book doesn't tell you to get rid of it. The chimp is neither good nor bad, it's just a chimp. But what it teaches you is to train your brain or train your chimp. It teaches you to exercise it from time to time so that your chimp gets the ability to have emotional reactions to things. And therefore when situations of high stress come up, like someone cutting in on you on the way to work, your chimp isn't so volatile and will quite happily pass that information back to the human to deal with logically. In other words, making you a calmer, more rational person. Now obviously you don't need me to draw the parallels as to how this can link to emotional eating and link to diet, exercise in general. We as humans are emotional creatures. You know, we all have our chimp at the forefront. But you'll sometimes see that there are people that can deal with ridiculously stressful situations with complete poise and rationale. And that's not because they are special, it's purely because they have taken the time to train their chimp, be it consciously or subconsciously. So I invite you guys to read the book. It's very, very interesting, the concept that the author puts out there. The author, by the way, is Steve Peters, but it's a very, very interesting book, a very interesting concept, and it certainly made me think a lot about my actions, and it certainly made me take a lot away from it that I can use with my clients in the terms of coaching them psychologically. So something to think about the next time you act emotionally is, remember, it's not you responding, it's your chimp. And if you want to get a handle on things and you want to control things going forwards, you're going to need to exercise and train your chimp. Do you want to thank everybody for watching the video? Yeah? You want to say thank you, YouTube? Thank you, Facebook. What's that, Penny? You want them to subscribe? Yeah? Subscribe? Yeah, push the button, just like that. William, would you like them to share the video? Yeah, share it. Share like you're sharing the camera. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks ever so much for watching, folks. Triplets told you what to do, and I will see you on the next video tomorrow.